Welcome to Wonderwave. Today, we're embarking on a journey back in time to explore the fascinating world of the Vikings, those legendary warriors, explorers and traders who left an indelible mark on history. From their daring raids to their far-reaching explorations, the Vikings were much more than the fierce seafarers we often imagine. Join us as we unravel the history of these remarkable people, their way of life, their conquests, and their legacy. Segment 1. Who were the Vikings? The term Viking often conjures images of rugged warriors in horned helmets, but the reality is far more complex. The Vikings were Norse people from Scandinavia, which includes modern-day Norway, Denmark, and Sweden. They lived during what's known as the Viking Age, from the late 8th century to the early 11th century. These people were farmers, traders, and skilled craftsmen, but they are most famously known for their prowess as warriors and explorers. Segment 2. The Viking warrior culture. Central to Viking society was a deeply ingrained warrior culture. From a young age, boys were trained in the arts of war, learning to wield swords, axes, and shields with deadly precision. The concept of honor was paramount, and a warrior's reputation was often built on his bravery in battle. The Vikings believed in a warrior's afterlife in Valhalla, where those who died in combat were thought to feast with the gods. The Viking longship, a marvel of engineering, was instrumental in their success as raiders and explorers. These ships were fast, flexible, and capable of navigating both open seas and shallow rivers, allowing the Vikings to strike swiftly and retreat before their enemies could mount a defense. Segment 3. Viking exploration and settlement. The Vikings were not only warriors, but also incredible explorers. They set sail from their Scandinavian homelands in search of new lands, wealth, and opportunities. They reached as far west as Newfoundland in North America, as far south as the Mediterranean, and even deep into the heart of Russia. One of the most famous Viking explorers was Leif Erikson, who is credited with being the first European to set foot in North America nearly 500 years before Columbus. The Vikings established settlements in places like Iceland, Greenland, and the British Isles, influencing the local cultures and leaving behind a legacy that endures to this day. While the Vikings are often remembered as fierce raiders, they were also shrewd traders. Their trade networks spanned vast distances, connecting them to the civilizations of Europe, Asia, and the Middle East. They traded goods like furs, amber, weapons, and slaves in exchange for silver, silk, and spices. The town of Birka in Sweden, Hedeby in Denmark, and Kaupang in Norway were some of the most important trading centers in the Viking world. These towns were bustling hubs of commerce where people from different cultures would meet, exchange goods, and share ideas. Segment 5. Religion and mythology. Viking religion was deeply intertwined with their daily lives and their warrior culture. They worshipped a pantheon of gods, the most famous of whom were Odin, the All-Father, Thor, the god of thunder, and Freya, the goddess of love and fertility. The myths and stories of these gods were passed down through generations and played a significant role in shaping the Viking worldview. The Vikings believed in a fate-driven universe where even the gods were subject to the whims of destiny. This belief in fate, or weird, influenced their acceptance of death in battle as a glorious end. Segment 6. The end of the Viking Age. The Viking Age came to an end in the 11th century, marked by a combination of factors. The Christianization of Scandinavia played a significant role in curbing the Viking raids, as the new religion preached peace and the sanctity of life. Additionally, the rise of centralized kingdoms in Europe made it more difficult for the Vikings to find unprotected targets for their raids. The last great Viking raid took place in 1066 at the Battle of Stamford Bridge, where the Norwegian king, Harald Hardrada, was defeated by the English king, Harold Godwinson. This battle is often seen as the end of the Viking Age. Segment 7. The legacy of the Vikings. Though the Viking Age ended nearly 1,000 years ago, The impact of the Vikings can still be felt today. Their explorations paved the way for future voyages of discovery. Their trading networks helped to connect distant civilizations, and their cultural influence is still evident in the languages, art, and traditions of many countries. In modern popular culture, the Vikings have captured the imagination of people around the world, inspiring countless books, movies, and television shows. Yet while these depictions often focus on their warrior aspect, it's important to remember that the Vikings were a complex and multifaceted people who made significant contributions to the world. As we conclude our journey through the history of the Vikings, we hope you've gained a deeper understanding of who they were and what they accomplished. From their daring raids to their far-reaching explorations, the Vikings were truly a remarkable people. Thank you for watching Wonderwave. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more fascinating history content. Until next time, keep exploring the wonders of our world.